Hopefully I am live. Woohoo! Let me just double check. Hopefully you can see me live. If you can, say a hi that we are in the group. That is whirring around a little bit. So let's just double my phone up here. And can't see that. Oh, yay. Oh, we're live. Yes, we're live. Woohoo! We're live. Woohoo! Welcome to my Thursday live. I'm excited. I've been on holiday and it's my first time back actually. So yay, I can see that we've got a couple of people here now, so they're coming in. I will be able to, if I actually see that, I'll be able to see some comments coming up on there as well. So let me know if you are here live. Drop a hate in the comments, or if you're catching up on replay, just do a hashtag replay so that I can respond to any of your comments as we're going through. So yes, it's my first live back after my holiday, and we've got a great one for you today. So what I'm talking about is the top 5 money myths that are actually blocking you reaching your earning potential, which I know for me, and you know, those of you kind of know my sort of story, you know that I was a HR director and I was kind of used to hitting those six-figure salary in my corporate role. And actually, I'm going to be honest, is that hitting 6 figures in my business was fairly easy. That one was fairly easy. However, scaling past that proved more challenging to start off with. And that's because we actually all set up these internal caps on ourselves that we set those limits. So how many of you, that if you're watching this live, how many of you are not getting the money that you desire, that you're not earning the worth that you want? Do let me know in the comments. Can't see any comments coming up, but I am on my laptop today, so I'm kind of hoping that they will actually come up at some point. I've got my phone coming up there, so let's just see if. Oh yeah, I've got it there. So let me know. Let me know on that one that how many of you are not getting the money that you desire, and you're wondering why. What is it that's going on? It's a bit frustrating, isn't it? Because you know we've programmed that cap inside of us. We've actually programmed, and this is our money mindset. This is our upper limit that you're allowing yourself to actually earn. So for me, I knew last year that that's what I was doing, that I was capping. Hey, yay, we got some comments. Hey, lovely. Hey, Mel, how are you doing? Finally, I can see them coming up. And they're coming up on my laptop, so I don't need to keep going across there. But certainly last year, that's what I noticed, is that I found it easy to get to the 6 figures, but then that upper limit bit kicked in because I was effectively then earning what I was earning previously. Then things, towards the end of last year, things changed for me. They changed for me quite considerably. And now I'm on a mission to kind of help as many other women transform their thinking around their money mindset. And, you know, and the beliefs that are surrounding it, these money myths about what's possible and what's not possible for them. So, you know, for me, what I've noticed is that there's very few people that have a really healthy and nourishing money story. Very few people, which is unbelievable, really, isn't it? So what is it that I did? What was it that I changed? And the main thing for me is I changed my relationship with money. Changed the relationship with money. And I stopped the pushing. The hustle bit of where I was striving too much. I had too much of a need, you know, and I was pushing too much, which is what happens when we're driven by the fear of money running out. So I felt a lot of pressure to hit the same level of income that I was hitting previously. And so there was this constant need to have more of it. And then there was that panic then of, what about if I lose it all now? You know, it's just me. What if I have that? So do let me know if these are the things that resonate with you. You know, seen as a failure because I'd come out of a big corporate role, and you know, was I going to be a failure by doing this? And again, if that's anything that resonates with you, what I was then doing was I was really pushing forward, and that I was pushing from a place of fear, that you know, versus the love of the work that I was doing. And one of the things that I noticed along the way is when I started to take that step back and just remembered just how, um, you know, how privileged I am to be doing what I do, you know, doing what I do and doing the stuff that I love doing. And I dropped the need and attachment, the money easily flowed. When you're in the fear mode and it all seems quite hopeless and you're powerless and you don't know how to move forward, that's when we kind of go in this scarcity mindset. So we've got to learn how to understand how to remove that fear. And I'll be honest, you know, I spent lots of time last year where I was way too focused on the money that I needed to make. And by doing that, I was very misaligned, very misaligned. And, you know, it's really, you know, I think for me, then you get close to burnout, you get really tired. And when you're out of alignment, and you very easily can drop into fear again when you're in that. And, you know, we've got to be really mindful of that, because this money mindset stuff is stuff we've got to continually do. It's not something that we go, right, I'm sorted now, and off it goes. Then, you know, every now and again, it still pops its ugly head up again, that we've got to, you know, the fear stuff can come in. So it is that constant process. So I'm going to invite you today, we're going to blast through some of these beliefs that I've noticed are coming up the most often. And you can let me know whether you agree with those or not. I'm pretty open to that. You know, let me know if these are the things that resonate with you, or if you've got different ones, and we can kind of have a look at those. But these stuff, I know with the work that I've done, this stuff really works. This stuff really works. And if we can keep on doing this money expansion work, and where you're expanding too, then your bank account will grow too. If you're willing to do the work and grow yourself. Because actually, you know what? Money brings us fun as well. We've got to come away from this whole thing that money's a baddie, you know, because these are just stuff that we've actually picked up from the past. You know, for me, I'm allowed to do the work that I'm allowed to do and that I love. And money brings me lots of joy and allows me to, you know, live the life that I want to lead. So, you know, when we're in that energy, that higher vibration, that we love money, money loves us, then we become that energy, we become bigger attractors of money itself. It's that self-fulfilling thing. The more high vibe and we are and in alignment with the energy of money, we get more. Now, where does all of this stuff come from? Where does, you know, all of this, the bad stuff maybe, come from? You know, and I obviously do, you know, with my NLP work, I obviously do a lot of work at that deeper unconscious level. And money stuff comes from the beliefs and behaviors from, you know, our childhood, from the parents. You know, maybe there was arguments about money growing up, that, you know, money was stressful. You know, that we don't talk about it. You know, money's bad. And we can get into the point where we're really easily triggered by money. Money as a word. When, you know, and that can lead us into having a really bad relationship with the money. And what happens then is we actually start manifesting stuff that we're actually most afraid of happening. You know, i.e. that, oh, I can just about keep my head above water, or it's going to run out. You know, we start maybe running up debts, and we blame money. We start turning against money. We start moaning about it. Let me know, is that anything that you guys, that you think about, that we've got a really unhealthy relationship with money? Because then what happens? We literally repel money away. We repel it by the relationship that we have with it. Because here's the thing, and what a lot of us actually don't realize is that money itself is neutral. It's not good or it's not bad. It's neutral. And the way I like to think about money is that it's just a system of exchange. You're providing a service and you're getting something back in return. It's an exchange of value. So if you want something and you pay for it, yes. So Yvonne, your parents used to argue about money, and what does that do for you now, Yvonne? What does that make you sort of think about now? Because we've got into that, it's created this bad, this unhealthy, this bad feeling about it. But actually, if we turn it around and we realize that actually the meaning that we're placing on money now is just our own beliefs, our own judgments that ultimately we probably kind of inherited from, our childhood. We've been building this story, constructing it, designing our own money story right the way through from childhood. And that just contains all our beliefs, that belief system that we've created, and we created our own financial reality about that. So have a look now, just have a look around you. And I don't mean sort of, physically, look inside your head. What's your financial reality really like currently? So Yvonne, your dad never wanted to spend. Your mom was the opposite. Yeah, so you've kind of got this bit of a tug of war about money, haven't you? On the one side it's this, and on the other hand it's that. So what does that show you about your own money mindset now? What does your bank account tell you about your mindset, your money mindset? What is, your financial reality? So like Yvonne there, pay attention to the things that you are doing and not doing. So are you do you go between the two, Yvonne? Do you kind of spend and then pull back? Because actually saving, not spending money is actually a negative money mindset too. And I don't mean not having savings. I don't mean it in that way. But if we are actually holding on to money in such a way that we don't buy things, money likes to have this flow of spending and exchanging. It likes to do that. And when we don't do that, when we're actually holding on to it in case, I need it, then that's coming from a place of lack too. So your current reality tells me a lot about where your money mindset actually is right now. So how do you currently feel about money? Is it where you want to be or not? And I'm assuming it's not, otherwise you perhaps wouldn't have joined this live today. So do let me know. Do let me know, is your money mindset where you want it to be right now? Yeah, so your dad has a mindset of scarcity, and I bet you that's passed on to you as well. Yeah, so when he was young, yeah, he had to do that. So, the thing is now is that just because, your previous financial reality is not an indication of your future reality. It's just where you are right now. And it's neither right or wrong. It's just where you are. But let's not have it define how we go forward. What it's been like in the past. Let's not let it define us how we go forward. Because I actually think that you're here, and you're here for the reason that you're ready to change that situation right now. Because, that, probably already know this, that the main factor in determining how wealthy you are is your mindset. The success that the financial success that you've had to date is directly linked to your money mindset. And maybe the ability to actually transform that is directly linked to how much self-development work that you actually want to do. Because this stuff is not easy. It's ups and downs, you know, it will be ups and downs, and it can get really uncomfortable. Can get really uncomfortable. And a lot of people want to stay in their comfort zone where it's really safe to do that. But through the work that I've done with hundreds of my clients within my programs, I'm going to talk about 5 common limiting beliefs that are really holding you back from your desire to be wealthier and for you to be able to earn your true potential. So I'm going to go through each one. I'm going to give you, we're going to look at them, we're going to unpack them. You're going to give me some feedback on, you know, whether that's relevant to you. And then we're also going to move through them as well. So who's ready for that today? Who's ready to do that? I can't say, let's just see. Oh, here we go. I've got the comments coming up on there. So do let me know as we go through, is that going to be useful for you to do it? And we're going to start off with the money mindset belief number 1, which is the one that, again, for those of you that know me, probably know that is the one that I work on the most. So it's the one that I still constantly work on. And that is that you've got to work really hard to have more money. And this comes from, I talk about it, that this comes from, you know, watching my parents, as I've grown up, working long hours to keep the lifestyle that we've got. And we were never, it wasn't as if we were rich. We had a very average upbringing, but my mom and dad worked hard to, you know, to go up to that next level. But it was then only ever to a certain level. It was never abundant. And they, you know, my mom had several jobs going at the same time. So she worked days and nights at one point. So she had 2 jobs, and they were hard jobs. It wasn't as if, you know, they were easy. They were hard jobs. And my dad worked long days and hours, and actually he did night shifts as well at one point, where he used to go away for weeks on end. And so I grew up kind of almost witnessing that success and money was linked to working longer hours. And I kind of then adopted that mindset when I was in my corporate role, worked lots of hours, and actually when I, you know, running into my business as well. You know, I'd literally pour my heart and soul into everything. I still pour my heart and soul into everything. And like I said, it's the one that actually I know that I know when I'm going out of alignment, when I'm starting to do more work than I know that I should be doing. And I've actually lost count of the people that I've come across that have the same belief system around money. So let me know if that is something for you, that, you know, to get more, you've got to work even harder. Because what we do, we go on this hamster wheel then. So we think about, you know, how can I possibly create more money when I'm working all the hours? I can't possibly fit in more hours. So we almost link it to, there's not enough, any more hours in the day, so I therefore can't make more money. And we then write it off that it's not possible for us. So let me know, is that something for you that you do, that you feel that you've actually got to, you know, it's a time for money transaction, that to get more money, you've got to work more hours, you know, that working harder mindset? And let me know. Because the big thing for me in November, when my earnings absolutely went through the roof, yes, so Yvonne, you feel the same. So I literally completely changed the way that I worked in November. Completely changed it. And the one thing that I realized is the more hours I was working, I was just completely draining myself, burning myself. I was literally running on empty. Now, did the working hard correlate with making more money? No, it absolutely didn't. In fact, the opposite. And actually, if you look about it, if it was about working harder, made more money, then teachers and people like that would be really, really rich, wouldn't they? So we've got to blast that one out of the water completely. So I want you to now actually know that for me, stepping back and allowing was actually the way that, you know, I stepped into my passion again. And you know, that's for me what made that big shift. So if you keep on working harder and burning yourself out, your health and your business will actually suffer. And this all might sound really impossible to change this right now, because you've been programmed in a certain way to believe that it's only possible to get more money when you work more hours. So actually, you've got to be open to the possibility that it's actually easy. And I created a money mantra for me. I knew that money is energy. I knew that logically. And when I actually completely trusted that money is energy that's meant to flow to me easy and effortlessly, staying open to that possibility, that's when it changed. So create your own mantra. You know, I created mine that I serve, I deserve. I work less and I earn more. I'm receiving money easily into my life. Money's everywhere and it flows effortlessly to me. So change those money stories, and the more and more that you actually say that, the easier it will become for you. So trusting that process and change your money story that way. Change those beliefs. Number 2 is that you don't deserve to have more money. And again, this comes from maybe your childhood, that, you know, you hadn't been a good person, or you haven't been a good child, for instance, that you don't deserve more. And actually, the big one is you feel guilty for wanting more. We should be satisfied. We should be satisfied with what we've got. And under-earning, because of this feeling guilt that we shouldn't have more, is a big thing for us. It's a big thing in our society. A lot of people get really comfortable with earning less than they should do. Let me know if that's something that resonates with you. Because when you believe you don't deserve more, you are pushing the opportunities away from you. Your energy is literally repelling those abundant opportunities. So I want you to, on this one, I want you to speak to yourself in the mirror. I want you to say to yourself in the mirror, I'm amazing. I am worthy. I deserve all the success in the world. And I'm open and ready to receive much more. Because when you recognize that you've got a choice to what you believe, then, you know, you become much more deserving anyway. Because, you know, at the end of the day, we are all of us deserving of more. And I'm really excited to know that as well, that all of you have got that potential to earn more. Okay, are these resonating with you? Are these beliefs, are any of these ones that we've said so far, are they more than you know, any more? Do let me know. And like I said, if you're catching up on replay, do come in and let me know on replay which one of these beliefs is probably the one for you, that is kind of like sending the alarm bells, that's the one for you. So do let me know. Okay, number 3, I never have enough money. How many times I'm always talking about the language that we use, because the language that we use is a reflection of our thoughts. And again, that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. The thing that you should know about believing that you don't have enough is that it's only that perception, your own perception of your own situation right now. Okay, so it might well be that if you look around at the moment, you know, particularly in where we're at right now, you know, that, you know, there isn't a lot of wriggle room. But the problem is when we are constantly saying that to ourselves, again, we are coming from a lack place. And your behavior then towards money is caused by your beliefs. So if you keep believing and saying, I'll never have enough money, you will then literally not have enough money. You'll spend to your limit. You know, you will literally play that belief out. You will look for the evidence to prove that that's true. So if you keep on focusing on what you don't have, the feelings or the thoughts that you don't have enough, or simply wishing that you had more, you will stay in that energy of lack. Plain and simple. You know, you will literally keep on manifesting small amounts of wealth, reinforcing that belief that you will never have enough. So that I don't have enough is just a story. It's just a story. So I want you to look around you and actually notice that actually there's abundance of money everywhere. You know, be grateful for everything that you've got around you. For I always say, I am grateful for all the money I've ever been given in my life. Every single thing around you is abundance for you. So I want you to, again, the mantra is I always have more than I need. There's always more money around me and I'm open to receive more. Mel, yeah, I know, I love money mantras. So you still have some of that scarcity mindset, but you've got a much healthier approach to money. Definitely trusting in the process now, just learning to be patient. Yeah, but you know what, and that's absolutely right, Mel, and we'll we can continue to work on this, because actually, the time that we allow money to come to us is only the time limit that we put on ourselves as well. So if you're actually saying, oh, I'm learning to be patient, in itself, there could be a block just there. So actually, if you say to yourself, I'm ready, I'm open to receive more right now, then you're opening those gateways again. So it's only the block that you're putting on yourself. So there might be one in there. It might be worth journaling that one out about just learning to be patient, because actually that could be a story that you're telling yourself right now. Because actually time, the universe doesn't sort of go, oh, do you know what? I'm giving her a year. I'm giving her 3 years. I'm giving her 5 years before I allow her to have it. That's only the time that we place on it. So it might be worth actually just seeing where that story is coming from. And we can obviously, because Mel's one of my fantastic masterminders, so we're going to continue to do that work. You've already made huge strides, so I can't wait to see what we're going to unleash as we continue going. But yeah, fall in love with money. Fall in love with it. Repeat these mantras, these money mantras, every single day. Because the sooner you can get into alignment with, the belief that there is an abundance of money everywhere, and, kind of that why me? Why not me? Why me? Why not me? Scenario to do that. So believe it and it will happen. It really will. Okay, conscious of time, and I will, do the detective work. Do the detective work now. Okay, on to number 4. Rich people are kind of mean. They're greedy. They're selfish. Don't like wealthy people. Who's come across that one? Who come across that one? Because again, it was almost like, growing up, I had a very happy childhood. We always had just enough. We were never ones that were the rich people. And so we saw those as people like us don't have what they have. They were almost a different league. And it was almost, again, as if the reason why they were rich, it was because they were mean to people to get it. And they held on to their money and they didn't spread the love, if you like. But again, I'm going to flip this one around for you. I'm going to flip this one around, because actually the very thing that you judge, you are blocking yourself from receiving. Now, this is totally unconscious. This is not a conscious thing that you go around doing, but pay attention to those sneaky little things that come in when you kind of start looking at people going, how come they are seemingly finding it really easy to get that financial success right now and I'm not? Because by doing that, you're putting a block on you, because again, it's going into that negative energy. So just by doing that, so again, a bit of detective work, see what's coming up for you. And actually what I want you to do is those people that are maybe triggering you a little bit, I want you to reframe that to say, they are inspiring me. They are inspiring me. And I choose to celebrate those rich people because they are inspiring me to create more for me. So when you start actually shifting your kind of your judgment, and a lot of the, Gabby Bernstein talks about this really, quite a lot, and I'm a big follower of Gabby Bernstein. So she talks about shifting those judgments to appreciation. So when you actually appreciate these people and actually see them as, they're leading the way, and what can I learn from those people? Then yeah, it might feel a little bit unnatural to do it at first. And, you might still encounter the little sneaky little sabotages, but that's just your big ego mind. Soon enough, you will start to feel really great, because energetically, we are all connected. So when you grow, everyone grows. So when rich and wealthy people grow around you, so do you as well. So if we kind of work on that whole, let's be grateful for their success, because that means they are inspiring you too. So try that one out. Like I said, that one might be one that you sort of think, oh, how do I do that one to start off with? But it's a really fabulous one that when we move into appreciation, it really works really well. Okay, our last one for today is number 5. And this one's the most bizarre one, isn't it? But I see this one coming up the most. And I'll be honest, it's one of the ones that, for me too, is I'm scared to actually be financially successful. A lot of people talk about being afraid to fail. I see it more the other way, that a lot of people are afraid to succeed. And so I want you to ask yourself, am I actually afraid of being financially successful? Because usually it's about linking that to, and I want you to all tune into this, because it's usually about our own identity then, that we may be afraid of, God, well, what if I succeed, what does that actually mean? What does it actually mean? Because it's almost linked to there of, will I change as a person? We might be afraid to change our identity. Well, maybe we're quite comfortable with who we are right now. We know who we are. And we're very familiar with what we're doing, who we are and what we're doing. So then we think, well, if I up level, am I going to change? Am I going to be a new version of me? And am I going to like that? Are other people going to like that? Does it mean that I'm actually going to be more visible by doing that? Am I going to be more risky by that? Is there going to be more to lose by doing it? So yes, this new version, and again, for those that work with me, you will know that I get you to step into this more confident, braver, this new you before you're even there. I'm very much a believer in that. But actually, it's pretty much can scare the heck out of us, can't it? That actually, if we are more confident, that we are braver, that we are more visible, does that scare us? And then we suddenly have that resistance to it. We have the resistance towards changing and becoming that person, upgrading who we are. So again, we're going to flip that right around. Because I know you're ready, really. I know you're ready, really. And actually, I'm really excited about that. And if you actually think about being excited, it's a really good energy to be in. So energy, excitement and fear are actually on the same spectrum, but they obviously create very different feelings for us. So I actually want you to flip this around and say, you know what? I am so excited about this fantastic woman that I am becoming, and that there will be a replay. Yes, Julie. Yeah, there will be a replay. So I'll post it in the group so you can watch straight afterwards. So, I want you to change this, and this mantra is going to be, I really am excited about the woman this fab woman that I am becoming, and that I am financially more successful each and every day, in each and every way. And step into that person, celebrate them, embrace them, because it's happening anyway. That's the point, is that You know, as we are evolving, we're growing anyway. You can't stop this process of stepping into this new version of you. It's going to happen anyway because you're doing this work. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, Mel, you are so ready. I can't believe it. You are so ready. And, you know, I want you to embrace that. You know, I want you to let go of those old parts of you that are not serving you anymore. Honor the ones that have got you to where you want to be, but then go, great, but I'm ready for the next level. I'm ready for that next stage. Get excited about who you're becoming. Step into them right now. And I'm actually starting my Mega Success Mindset Accelerator course on Monday. And I have got 2 spaces left. Just 2 spaces remaining for 2 special ladies that are ready to accelerate their success and step into that person that they want to be. Oh, Yvonne, I'm so glad you are loving all of this. Yeah, please soak it all up. Soak it all up. If anybody is interested in taking up one of those 2 places, then DM me. I can give you all the details. You know, this is a 12-week program that is going to really get you off the starting blocks. It really is. I love running my Mega Success Mindset Accelerator. Melanie, you were one of my ladies in the last one. You've gone through the roof and you're ready for the next level. But we're starting it. If you have got an idea floating around your head that you want to get started with something, you're ready to get that clarity and that focus to bust these money beliefs and bust these success beliefs and really take yourselves forward, then drop me a message, or I will put the link to the Mega Success Mindset Accelerator in the comments, and so you can learn more about it there. You know, the price and, you know, what it involves. But this is a phenomenal course. But, you know I'm going to say that. Anyway, but I get such fantastic results with this program. And like I said, I've got 2 spaces remaining. I would love to be you to be my next success story on that one. Okay, so I know I've gone over again, haven't I? I get so passionate about this one because this is my main subject for. I love actually helping women to really step into their real potential. So if you are interested, oh, yay, your future self will thank you for it. Yay, I know, Mel, thank you so much. So if you are ready to go to that next level, drop me a message, or like I said, you can just follow the link in the thread that I will put on. And let's get ready to do this, ladies. Let's get ready to do it. There's some fab ladies already in my program that, you know, I've opened the Facebook group today. So we've started the introductions and we get started next week. So I cannot wait to really take these ladies to the next level. All right, lovely ladies, I will see you again next week. Have a fabulous weekend. And yeah, come on, England. We've got the final on Sunday. Woo-hoo-hoo. So party time over the weekend too. Have a fantastic rest of the week and I will see you soon. Bye for now.